rolling hills, scenic bluffs, forest groves. Here, families work and play together. Businesses thrive and expand. The delightful blend of small towns, prosperous villages, and modern cities of the Fox Valley are filled with the kind of hard-working, honest people that you'd want to have for neighbors. People who combine down-home friendliness and a strong work ethic with a respect for the natural beauty and heritage that surrounds them. Too good to be true? Then you haven't been to Kane County, Illinois, where the water still sparkles, the fish still bite, and folks still have time to share. Rich black soil. This was the attraction for the hardy New Englanders who first settled in Kane County some 150 years ago. The family farm became the framework of life. It took a determined will to transform the prairie into fields of corn, but they did it. The big invention in those days was the John Deere plow, which proved rugged enough to break up the tough prairie soil. While the tools of the trade have since improved, Kane County farmland remains fertile as ever. At harvest time every fall, local farmers reap bountiful crops of soybeans and corn. Current residents are reminded of their colorful farming traditions through open-air markets, roadside stands that sell outstanding local produce, and the flea market held once a month at the county fairgrounds, where people gather to find a bargain, mingle with their neighbors, and perhaps sample some family recipes. And when it's Kane County Fair time, the humble creatures of the barnyard are always willing to socialize with curious visitors. One of the first things each community of Kane settlers did was build a school. Oh, they weren't fancy affairs, these one-room schoolhouses, but they got the job done. After an early morning full of chores, pioneer children gathered in schoolhouses to learn the 3 R's. This was long before the era of specialization, and teacher had to know a little about everything. Reading, writing, arithmetic, and geography. Most of Kane County lies to the west of the Fox River, about 40 miles west of Chicago. The abundant fish and wildlife of this valley proved irresistible to the numerous Indian tribes who hunted and fished along the river's shore. As the first wave of homesteaders arrived in Kane County during the 1830s, a string of settlements sprang up along the river. A few years later, the communities of western Kane County began to emerge. Starting in the 1850s, the great railroad boom came to Kane County. 3 separate train companies laid tracks that connected northern, central, and southern Kane County with Chicago and points west. While the railroads put the big city only an hour or so away, the towns of Kane County developed their own economic base, allowing them to be accessible to and yet independent of the teeming metropolis to the east. The core economy of the 1800s, mills and foundries along the river, stone quarries, dairy and corn farming, has long since expanded to include a diverse range of businesses. Kane County's high technology corridors, anchored by the I-90 tollway to the north and I-88 to the south, attract forward-thinking employers such as Fermilab, the National Accelerator Laboratory that employs world-class research scientists and engineers. Technology-intensive businesses contribute mightily to state exports, and over 40 Fortune 500 corporations have offices in Kane County as well. When companies put down roots here, they often take part in a long-standing tradition of giving back to the community that has welcomed them. Foundations, grants, and scholarships underwritten by progressive businesses help fund the future. To power its economy, Kane County draws from a vast labor pool. All levels of workers, from skilled management to semi-skilled and blue-collar, live within the borders of Kane. And it's not surprising. The people here like to live where they work. Where else can a drive to work be enlivened with the kinds of vistas seen on this curving riverside highway? Bus routes, an excellent network of highways, and fast commuter rail service connect all parts of the county with Chicago and the surrounding counties, making work sites accessible to every element of the labor force. Not that Kane County is all work and no play, far from it. The fun here starts with gifts of nature, like the scenic Fox River that provides a rich source of recreation for county residents. As a result of a massive cleanup effort a few years ago, the Fox River has been restored to pristine clarity, making water sports a popular pastime. Fishing and boating activities for both the fast-paced and the slowpokes are highlighted by the annual 23-mile canoe race that thrills both contestants and spectators. For landlubbers, more than 60 miles of bike paths border the river and thread their way through acres of parklands and forest preserves. These unspoiled wooded areas are ideal for hiking, picnicking, or spotting the wildlife that still calls Kane County home. Acutely aware of its precious natural resources, the businesses and government of Kane County have always made orderly growth a priority. Zoning is carefully planned so that municipal services keep pace with new developments. This planning includes an aggressive attitude toward maintaining a balance of residential, industrial, and commercial growth. As the first county in Illinois to have its own historic commission, maintenance of historical structures and rolling farmland is of paramount importance. Kane County is doing whatever it takes to ensure the integrity and beauty of this picturesque valley. Besides attractions for the nature lover, recreation in Kane County also includes a wide array of organized sports. golfing on one of the many public or private courses. Horseback riding and tennis are popular with active types of all ages. Shopping is also a treat in Kane County. Whether it's the antiques that have become a trademark of the area, or one-of-a-kind gift shops, or the trendy clothes and stereos that kids love, Kane County retailers deliver the goods with the kind of service and good manners that nowadays are so hard to find. And when the sun goes down in Kane County, there's still plenty to do. Pick from restaurants, movie theaters, or spend an evening with the Elgin Symphony at the Hemmons Auditorium. Visit the art gallery at the Norris Cultural Arts Center, or enjoy a wide variety of events at the Paramount Arts Center. Kane County is also home for 2 theater companies and a folklore society. For all-around family fun, most of the towns in Kane County celebrate their heritage each year with a big festival. It's a great chance to eat, dance, dress up, and renew the community bonds that make living in Kane County so satisfying. When the early settlers built their homes, they built them to last, and last they did. Many houses in Kane County are over 100 years old and listed as landmarks with the National Register of Historic Places. Besides these grand old buildings, there's a broad mix of affordable housing available, from the fixer-upper, rental units, and apartment complexes, to imaginative housing developments that combine turn-of-the-century village ambiance with modern conveniences. For those who relish the solitude of wide-open spaces, the rural lifestyle is ready and waiting in the farmsteads and villages of Western Kane County. Just as important as the sturdy architectural foundation laid down by the early Kane County settlers is a less tangible legacy: the value of quality education. Teaching techniques have come a long way since the days of our one-room schoolhouse. Today, Kane schools use the latest methods to instill knowledge and inspire curiosity in its pupils. But the cornerstone of effective learning, one-on-one attention in a classroom environment where every child counts, continues on all grade levels. Representative of Kane County's interest in superior education is the presence here of the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy. Founded in 1986, the Academy each year recruits nearly 1,000 of the state's best and brightest high school scholars for advanced studies. The 9 regular school districts of Kane County have in place a first-rate curriculum that sees over half its students going on to some form of higher education. Kane residents may choose to pursue a college degree in their own backyard. 2 colleges offer 2-year, and another 2 offer 4-year and adult continuing education programs. Within easy driving distance are another dozen colleges, including 2 Big Ten schools, Northwestern and University of Illinois, as well as the prestigious University of Chicago, Loyola University, and a half-hour drive west, Northern Illinois University. For self-starters, there are classes in arts and crafts, museums, historical societies, and libraries, which give subscribers ready access through a resource sharing network to any library book available in Kane, DuPage, or Chicago's Cook County. 3 daily newspapers cover regional, national, and international events. And some half a dozen weekly journals keep Kane citizens informed of local news. The high point of the Pioneer family's week was church on Sunday. Kane settlers brought with them an enduring religious faith that saw them through the hard times and let them give grace for the good. a variety of denominations flourished, just as they do today, when the little ones, dressed in their Sunday best, gather with their families to worship in the congregation of their choice. Even though Kane County may sometimes seem to be part of a bygone world of such old-fashioned virtues as courtesy and hard work, the region has easy access to the bustling world of international commerce. Less than an hour away from O'Hare Airport, Kane businesses are even closer to two small airports that accommodate corporate aircraft and private planes. Two major interstates, I-90 and I-88, connect the county to the rest of the Midwest, a marketplace of 47 million people within one day's drive. So much has changed in the 150-year history of Kane County, but the change has been gradual. Each community has had time to establish its own personality, to develop naturally, and to creatively meet the challenges of progress. As Kane County continues to grow, the orderly interplay between family, business, and environment remains the top priority. Come to think of it, in the ways that really matter, life hasn't changed at all here in Kane. Family's still cherished. The character that springs from hard work and community involvement can be seen everywhere. And the reverence for natural beauty still exists, creating an atmosphere where neighbors can work and play together. Take the best of today, with proud roots in the past, and explore your future in Kane County.